Hello, you're watching New Vision TV News. I am Rathi Naseja. Now, the Amnesty Commission has raised concern over the continued sabotage of their work by security agencies. Justice Peter Onega alleged that some police personnel and army intelligence agencies have over time been harassing some of their staff while in the line of duty. He made the revelation while handing over amnesty certificates to 10 returnees who had been released by the General Court-Martial in Kampala. At the ceremony of handing over amnesty certificates and amnesty startup material at the Amnesty Commission offices in Wandagea, Amnesty Commission Chairman Justice Peter Onega said that 15 out of 22 Kabazguruka's co-accused applied for amnesty. Those who were pardoned were the co-accused with MP of Nakam Michael Kabazguruka in a treason case. They included 8 Uganda People's Defense Forces soldiers and 2 civilians. They are Sergeant Richard Odama, Sergeant Zubaili Musa, Isaac Kasabango, Raymond Drachili, Godfrey Iyau, Private Shafiq Masembe, Godfrey Amude, Jacob Obua, Abdumalik Ochan, and Musa Lutwama. The 10 applicants were released upon the application for amnesty on June 2018 at the General Court-Martial in Makindye. The Commission's spokesperson, Moses Draku, said there were 15 applicants, but the remaining 5 will be released anytime this week. In 2016, Kabazguruka and 22 others were accused of committing acts of treachery and infiltrating the defense forces and engaging in activities intended to overthrow the government by forces of arms. The offences were reportedly committed in the districts of Kampala, Wakiso, and Luwero. However, Amnesty Commission Chairperson Justice Peter Onega alleged that some police personnel and army intelligence agencies have over time been harassing some of their staff while in the line of duty.
Because there are other institutions that were established that deal with security, in some cases we have conflicts of interest with these other institutions. For instance, if I'm going there in the bush to go and try to convince some rebels to leave rebellion and come out, a stubborn police officer could decide to follow me and say, I'm doing terrorism, I'm associating with the rebels, I'm supporting the rebels. Yes, a stubborn security officer can decide to try to spoil my work.
He says the harassment has majorly been on informers attached to the commission. He says even when the informers identify themselves, the security officers do not inquire from the office, but rather arrest and detain them.
I'll give you a practical example. We have some people who work with us. They are our informers. They are our contacts. They lead us. They have been in the bush. They know some of the people in the bush. They know their contacts. They give us their contacts. They lead us to them so that we can talk to them, so that we can persuade those in the bush to come out. But you will get other security organizations harassing these people, harassing them. I want to mention a particular case of one person called James Sozi. This has been a very useful person to the Commission, to me in particular. This boy has risked his life in the bushes. He has suffered gunshots in the bushes, but still our security people keep harassing him. Each time they see him move along, they arrest him. They have arrested him more than 5 times. They detain him for some few days, they release him without any charges. As I talk now, this boy is under arrest. I challenge the rationale of the officer who effects such arrest. And when he says, I work with these people, I deal with these people, nobody calls to ask until you hear it from a rumor. You know, what should I call this?
Onega, who referred to such acts as sabotage, stressed that the acts of security agencies greatly affect their work. He revealed that one of their key arbitrators, identified as James Sozi, was arrested last Friday by unknown people and is still missing.
The word that would give the best color would be sabotage. Sabotage because I believe certain information that we can get through this commission, because for us we are peaceful, these other security people cannot get that. I have information which they will never get, and they cannot get. And because of that, they can start running after an innocent man like James Sozi. They go and arrest him, and they want him to reveal all my secrets. They want him to reveal all that he knows. And he tells them and says, me, I work for these people. Me, I can't work for two masters. But they harass him and imprison him. Right now, he's in prison. Actually, I'm very unhappy about it. And I really personally feel, I must say, I demand this boy must be released. He has not committed any crime. He has done more than anybody else has done.
The 10 returnees were given the amnesty certificates, 263,000 shillings each, and other resettlement packages, including household items like mattresses, saucepans, basins, and blankets, among others. They were also given hoes and maize seedlings. This report was compiled by Maria Wamala for New Vision TV. Moving on, the second Uganda-China Economic and Trade Cooperation Forum is taking place today with focus on infrastructure as a driver of Uganda's economic growth. The forum is under the theme China-Uganda joins hands, win-win cooperation, mutual development, promotion of policy, finance, support, trade and information flow between China and Uganda, with a view to help Uganda achieve its industrialization goals. This one-day forum is organized by the Chinese Enterprises Chamber of Commerce in Uganda in partnership with the Uganda Investment Authority. President Yoweri Museveni and China's ambassador to Uganda, Xing Siqin, have officially opened the forum. It has brought together government officials, representatives from the Chinese government, the private sector, and international experts on economic development. And in our sports news, the National Council of Sports chairperson Bosco Oyike has urged Team Uganda to make history at the first edition of the East African Community Games that gets underway in Burundi today. Speaking at the send-off of the contingent of 170 athletes yesterday at the National Council of Sports headquarters in Kampala yesterday, Oyike requested all the athletes to perform well in the championship. Uganda will compete in football, volleyball, athletics, tennis and boxing, rugby and netball. Boxing, netball and rugby will involve both men and women. The two-week event meant to foster regional cooperation as well as nature talent will involve teams from other East African states such as Kenya, Tanzania and the hosts Burundi. Uganda's volleyball, football and rugby teams, which have not been training as teams, are likely to face a tough moment against countries like Kenya and Burundi, who have been preparing for the event for over a month. However, women volleyball head coach Tony Lakonyi believes that his side will be in a much better shape to compete by the time their games start over the weekend. You're still watching New Vision TV, and in our daily Pearl of Africa series, we look at the lifespan of crocodiles. Now, crocodiles are some of the animals that hold Uganda's wildlife. This is because they live between 80 to 800 years. These dangerous animals even outlive humans. When you make a visit in Uganda, Murchison Falls National Park in the northwestern part of Uganda is where you can find most of them. Let's take a look. A crocodile is a true example of a wild animal. The sight of its skin and the shape of its mouth are scary enough to keep you away from such animals. They are very dangerous as they feed on other animals and also human beings. But nevertheless, they are very interesting creatures to get to understand. Did you know that a crocodile has a lifespan that ranges between 80 to 800 years? Well, this means a crocodile which was given birth to in 1217 is still alive. These animals measure up to 6 meters in length and they weigh over 700 kilograms. A female crocodile is not called a cow, but surprisingly, a male crocodile is called a bull. There are 5 national parks in Uganda that are the best spot to see Nile crocodiles, such as Murchison Falls National Park, Queen Elizabeth National Park, Semiliki Park, Lake Mburu National Park, and Pigeon Nile crocodiles of Kidepo Valley National Park. This is because in these national parks, there are water sources where you can find these animals. Now, for more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website www.newvision.co.ug. Our newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures. So grab your copy every Sunday for Pearl of Africa stories. And that's all we had for you from me, Ruth Inaseje, and the New Vision TV team. You can also get more news updates and other programs on New Vision TV by visiting our website, www.newvision.co.ug/video. You can also follow us on our social media platforms. Facebook is The New Vision, Twitter is @NewVisionWire, Instagram @NewVisionWire, and also subscribe to our New Vision TV YouTube channel, which is New Vision TV. You can also follow me on my Twitter handle, which is @NashTuje. That is all we had for you. See you next time.